Alright, so what are we doing here? We're going to start by reviewing elements of Overlord, such as Wild Magic, Tier Magic, the Dragon Lords, and things like that. And depending on how this goes, we may expand to reviewing other animes, power systems, and or other good shows. Now, I don't necessarily just want to stick to reviewing Overlord or anime in general, because I like a lot of things.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Overlord, Osama ranking, Adventure Time, Ghosts, Invincible, The Sandman, Mashal, Solo Leveling, Peaky Blinders, shows that are generally good in some way. Way too many people get stuck on liking some particular thing or aspect of a show and saying they don't like something when maybe they just haven't found something that resonates with them. Some people think animating something somehow makes it
Right. I've been led to understand that tricks are exclusively for children. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, they say tricks are for kids in the commercials. But
You do understand that I myself am not a child. Hey, I won't forget what you've done for me here today.
for children, that a fantastic story is just for kids. But anybody who's watched Castlevania, Solo Leveling, or
Full Metal Alchemist.
knows that simply isn't the case. So, one thing I tend to look for when I'm interested in something is what I call internal logical consistency. I like it when a magic system creates rules and then sticks to those rules. Now, I'm not saying they need to give you all the information, but the information we later receive can't be completely contradictory. And it needs to provide some logic for existing, some explanation, or seeping small details into the lore to let us know that, hey, maybe we just don't have all the information.
Oh, what's in the box?
Maybe we're simply misunderstanding something. That's perfectly fine. So let me give an example. Jake's powers in Adventure Time change as the show goes forward. However, we are given an explanation to how this might be happening pretty early on. Maybe you didn't catch it, don't worry, that is here. So here are some things I'm planning on talking about soon. Wild magic from Overlord, the Dragon Lords and what they are, item creation, and character levels, which have so much more in common than you might think. I also planning on going over a few story points which I think are likely to happen based on what's already happened in the story. I think there are a few clues left behind in the story of Overlord that are definitely worth poking around at. It's the same reason why I watched the first season of The Witcher 10,000 times. That and those sparkly abs. Be a man or woman, you cannot tell me that is not an attractive man. Now, before I get lost in those eyes again, the reason I watched it so much was because I kept finding small details that let you know what other characters are doing. It expands upon the story without needing to give you direct information about what other characters are doing or are going to necessarily do. So basically, I like good storytelling. And that good storytelling can come from character interactions, relationships, dynamics, or subtle magical mysteries. It doesn't have to be anime, it doesn't have to be live action or cartoons. As long as it's a good story, that's what I care about. Oh, and when I explain something, I'll make sure to show you where that information is coming from, because honestly, sometimes I watch a few videos and I get a little bit frustrated that they make all of these claims but then provide no context or textual evidence for what they're saying. If you know the story, sure, you might be able to see where they're coming from, but honestly, I want to give a little bit more. That's just it. So come along with me to a place under a tree. Alright, that's enough of that. Hey everyone, my name's Graveyard Daddy. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, like, and share the video. If you like what I'm doing here, or if you're interested in any of the things that I've talked about, please feel free to support me on Patreon or Kick. The links are going to be in the description. I'm just starting out. Doing any of these things can really help to promote my channel and with the algorithm, and I would really, honestly, truly appreciate that.
I would prefer that you do.
And I'll see you in the next one.
You don't got the boing one! Sorry, fan.
Ciao.